Social media is so important. It's becoming increasingly important to practices, and that's because that's where the audience is. Even more so than a couple of years ago, social media is increasingly important for practices, and I highly recommend if you're not on social media yet, you need to get yourself on social media. The first thing you need to do is you need to get your pages and your content right. Facebook and Twitter in particular are quite good at giving you background pages that you can put in because they want you to get up and running pretty quickly. But it's one of those things that it's worth spending just a little amount of time getting something designed that matches your practice. But what about the content? Well, the content is absolutely key. You see, building a social media following starts with having really, really good content. And there are companies that you can outsource your social media to. I always recommend to our clients and to any practice owner that you do your own social media content. For Facebook in particular, it's a very image-driven medium. The practices I work with who do Facebook the best are very image-driven. They're taking photos of clients during the day with their permission, and they're getting exports of photos from fundus cameras or Optometry or whatever. They're taking pictures of frames. It's pictures. Facebook is a very picture-driven medium. Now, Twitter has not traditionally been picture-driven, but is becoming more and more picture-driven. It's done some changes over the last couple of months which have made pictures more integral to Twitter. And pictures are just the easiest kind of content you can put on. Real normal content is about finding things that are not just selling the practice and trying to have a big free advert, but just talking about things that people might be interested in. New stock that's coming in, talk about new ranges, talk about the fact that you've got some test slots available today. You know, there's all sorts of things. It's kind of surprising once you get going what kind of content you can come up with for your social media accounts. If you yourself are not really into Facebook or Twitter, if you can't see the point, then find someone within the practice, probably someone a little bit younger, who can do it for you. How do you then turn that into a following? Well, getting the right content out there is the first step. The next step is making people aware of it. Facebook, the easiest way to build your audience is to ask your existing clients to like your page on Facebook, so to like your Facebook page. The easiest way to do that is at the end of every appointment, whoever is the last person to speak to them, whether it's the DO or the receptionist, give them a little business card which has got your Facebook address printed on it and say, oh, would you mind following us on Facebook, please? Because we want more clients like you, and the best way to spread the word is through Facebook. And you should set up your profile so it's facebook.com/your practice name. It shouldn't be a random string of numbers, it should be your practice name. Facebook in particular is almost like formalizing word of mouth, because if I'm following someone who likes your page, that comes up in their timeline and I will see that they have liked your page. I might go and have a look at that, and certainly if they share some of the content that I've shared on Facebook, that the practice has shared on Facebook, it's likely that other people will see that, and that's one way to spread the word.